Our devotional thought from Proverbs today picks up where we left off yesterday, where we learned about the characteristics of the wicked. And I would call this one praying about the wicked. Now, you listen to the psalmist here, beginning in verse 12 of chapter 10. Arise, O Lord, punish the wicked. O God, do not ignore the helpless. Why do the wicked get away with displeasing God? They think God will never call us to account. But you see the trouble and the grief they cause. You take note of it. Punish them. And the helpless put their trust in you. You defend the orphans. Break the arms of these wicked, evil people. Go after them until the last one is destroyed. Now, you look at that and you go, grabe talaga. Oh, do we really pray like that? Well, that's how the Bible teaches us to pray. He said, I want you to understand something. These wicked people, verse 14, you see the trouble and grief they cause. Wicked people cause trouble and grief everywhere they go. So how did the psalmist pray? Verse 12 and verse 14, he said, punish them. Verse 15, he said, break their arms. In other words, break their strength. In verse 15, he said, pursue them until every last one is destroyed. Now, is the psalmist praying this out of anger and bitterness? No. The psalmist is praying this out of compassion for the helpless. Look at verse 12. Punish the wicked, O God. Don't ignore the helpless. Verse 14. You take note of it and punish them. The helpless put their trust in you. You defend the orphans. The psalmist says, you know what? You need to pray for God's judgment upon the wicked. Not because you're vindictive and you're mean and you're angry and whatever, but because you see what they are doing to the helpless. So you don't pray this out of spite. You don't pray this out of anger. You pray this out of compassion for the helpless.